Welcome to your yoga practice. I'm so glad that you're joining me. Today, we'll focus on stretching into our shoulders and our hips, two really pivotal areas of our body. Our shoulders carry a lot for us. If you think about like the weight of your shoulders, like what are you carrying? You could think about that for a moment. What are the things in your life? What have you been carrying day after day, week after week? And sense into your shoulders as you do that. How do they feel? And our hips, too. This is an area where we hold tension, we store our emotions. If we are not processing them, if we don't have a good cycle for stress, which means that we feel stress, we move through the stress cycle and we come out of the stress cycle, and we can talk about that in future classes more. Then an area that's just really common is to store that in our hips, and you might feel tight hips or a tight lower back. So yoga is one way that we can help relieve that tension by moving the body with the breath. And that will help move any, what my teacher calls like residues that have been stored in our tissues. Maybe you've heard issues in your tissues before. And so yoga will help us to do that. And then we'll come into a nice long shavasana. And the long shavasana is a time for integration, time just to let your body become still and let the yoga medicine do the work. So we'll get there in due time. Thanks for being here. Come into a comfortable seat on your mat and maybe find your plumb line, that center line. So rock back and forth. Feel into your sitting bones as they rock across. This is your connection with the earth. And then find stillness. Lengthen the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Plant your right hand to the right. Inhale, left arm up and over for your first side bend of the day. Turn your gaze down towards your right thumb. Breathe here. As you inhale, lengthen, and exhale to bend. With your next inhale, come up with both arms. Reach up, look up to open your throat. And with your exhale, glide over to the left. Turning your gaze this time towards your left thumb, or perhaps even the thumbnail. With your next inhale, rise up, look up. And then exhale to twist to the right. Bring the back of your left hand to your outer right thigh. Your right hand or fingertips can become a kickstand. And as you inhale, imagine getting longer in your spine. They say that our real age is the health of our spine. Inhale, reach up, look up. One more time. Open your mouth, stretch your throat. And exhale to the left. So check in. How is your spine feeling today? Imagine breathing your inhale all the way up along your spinal column. And exhale, grounding to sit more heavy in your seat. Inhale, come back around. Let's reach up. Grab your hands together, harnessing all the energy you've cultivated, and draw it down towards your heart. Turn your gaze towards your heart, leaving a little space in your palms. And let's set an intention for the practice today. An intention for how you want to feel, maybe for the practice or the whole day, or something that is weighing on your heart that you'd like to let go of today. Tension in your shoulders or hips. And release that down. Let's come into tabletop. Like a blanket for your knees, that can be helpful. Spread your fingers wide and Stack your hips and your knees in one line. We'll start with some cat-cows. Inhale, reach forward with your chest and chin as you undulate your spine, your lower back. With your exhale, curve your spine up towards the ceiling like a Halloween kitty. Inhale to arch your lower back and come into cow. Move through this at your own pace. Cat-cows are pivotal for helping us warm up the body, warm up your spine, to sync your breath with movement. And it's an added bonus that this shape and undulations help us breathe better, helps our breath be more complete. Pause next time you come into a neutral. Reach the crown of your head forward and your shoulders down your back. Inhale to reach up with your right arm, thread the needle. As you exhale, bring your right hand underneath your left armpit. Walk your left hand forward and do any shimmying here that would feel good to find a nice, comfortable stretch without strain. We won't need to be here too long. Our shoulder tissues is not as dense as hips. When you're ready, inhale, walk your left hand back under your shoulder. We're going to come out the way we came in. So push up, all the way up, reach up towards the sky, and replace your hand to your mat. Shift your weight into your right hand. And when you're ready, inhale to reach up with the left and loop it underneath your right armpit. Walk your right hand forward. And get a double bonus here. We get a little shoulder stretch, but also the shape is helping our breath return to the lower belly. Breathing from the lower belly is a sign that your body is safe enough, relaxed enough to be in a parasympathetic nervous system, a rest and digest. Inhale, walk your right hand back under the right shoulder. Inhale to reach up, return to your mat. And let's take big toes together and reach back with your hips into child's pose. Take a moment here to bring that intention back to your mind. Keep sitting back into your hips as you breathe into your backside body. And then walk yourself up to a kneeling position. So here it might be helpful to have a block or a blanket. We're going to take what's called shoelace pose. I'm going to orient my body here so you can see me. So from a kneeling position, you can step the right leg over the left, bring your toes out to the side, and sit back. So this is where a block or blanket may be helpful. And we don't need this to be anything more than it is. Just find your spot. Maybe the first time you're doing this and it may be a little uncomfortable. That's okay. So allow your hips to rest back. Reach your arms out to a T and reach forward, bringing the right arm on top of the left. And if you can, wrap your hands. You could bring your palms together. If eagle arms feels too strenuous, you could just place your hands on your shoulders. You're taking eagle arms. As you inhale, reach up with your elbows. And then exhale to draw your elbows down and towards your belly button as you arch your spine forward. Move through that 1 or 2 times. Follow your thumbnail with your gaze. Steady your gaze. Wherever you're at, let's do one more. You can release your arms. And we're going to switch the cross of the legs as well here. This time we're going to bring left knee on top of right and sitting back. And you may notice, this is how it is for me, that one side is a little different than the other. And we can just notice that. We don't need to write a story about why that is or judge the other leg or anything like that. We can just, this side's a little tighter. When you're ready with your arms, reach out, this time bringing left on top of right. Or bringing both your hands to your shoulders. When you're ready, inhale to reach your elbows up. So as a way of nerve flossing, exhale, bring your elbows towards your belly button as you arch your spine forward. So we're not just stretching our muscles and tissues, but also working into the nerves and the joints. Last one. And you can unwind and we'll come up to a stand. So to begin, take your feet about one leg length distance apart here and turn your toes slightly in. Your heels are just a little bit out. Not so much you can't even really see my heels on the other side, so we're not going to a super pigeon here, but just a slight inward bend. Okay. Inhale, reach up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hinge from your hips into a forward fold. You could bring your fingertips, palms to the mat. If you have blocks, this can be really helpful. Keep a gentle bend in your knees and begin to spin your inner thighs towards the wall behind you. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your spine, reach the crown of your head forward and your shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your fingertips over to the right and bend into your right hip, keeping your left leg straight. Here, you may want to step a little wider if you want a deeper stretch, or stay where you're at. As you inhale, walk your fingertips all the way to the opposite side, bending in to your left knee. One more time. Inhale, walk over to the right. Stay for your exhale. Linger if you'd like. And then when you're ready, press into your right foot as you walk your fingertips over and shift your body weight into your left foot. Inhale, come back to center. Halfway lift, crown of your head, long, shoulders down your back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Press into your feet to come all the way up. Pivot your right toes to the right edge of your mat. Inhale your arms out to a T. And as you exhale, bend into your right knee. Have your hip bones facing the long edge of your mat as you open your right knee to the wall behind you. Steady your gaze on one fingernail. Breathe here. Press into your mat with your feet. Activate your legs by seeing if you could tear your mat apart in half. without moving your feet. Inhale, press into your right foot to come all the way back up. Could rest your arms down, pivot your right toe forward, and let's go left toes to the left edge. When you're ready, inhale. Brighten your chest, draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Breathe here. Creating steadiness through stillness. We can create a steady foundation and move within that. Continue to open your left knee towards the wall behind you. One more breath. Press into your left foot to come all the way up. Hands to hips. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees generously. Come up into goddess pose. This is bent knees. You can place your hands on your thighs if you like and press firmly into your mat. Really ground your energy. Imagine sending your energy all the way back down to the earth. And then come up to stand. Great. Let's come down into constructive rest. Onto your back with knees bent, feet as wide as your mat. Just let your body settle here. Perhaps bringing to mind your intention for the practice once more. Bring your feet to hip distance apart and reach the left foot on top of the right knee. So the outer edge of your left foot. This is 4 square. So just settle in here for a moment and begin opening your left knee towards your right foot. See if you can notice your breathing in your lower belly here. Maybe place your hands on top of your belly. If you'd like a little bit more, with your exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest. You could wrap your hands around your thigh or shin. Just as long as you can be comfortable and breathe easy here. If this strains your breath, just come back down. Our breath is a wonderful indicator of how our body is actually doing. So if the breath is strained or short, the body itself is feeling strained or short, contracted. Exhale, come all the way down. With your right foot, spread your arms out to a T or cactus arms. And with an exhale, drop your left foot to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. This is a supine twist variation. Inhale, rise back up. And return the left foot to your mat. When you're ready, taking the cross on the opposite side. Start by isometrically opening your right knee toward your left toes. And begin to notice your breathing in your lower belly. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more with your exhale, draw your left knee towards your chest. Continue opening the right knee, the right hip. tuning into your breath, the pace, the fullness. Release your left foot down, spread your arms out, and exhale to release. Or drop your right foot towards the left and turn your head to the right. With your inhale, return to center. Step your right foot down, and let's take the feet as wide as the mat once more. We'll prepare for windshield wipers, and we'll add typewriter arms as well. So I'll just talk through both, and then you can find what's going to work for you best. So with your feet as wide as your mat, you'll inhale, knees at center, and then exhale to drop them to one side. Inhale, return to center, and exhale to the opposite side. Do this intentionally, meaning mindfully with awareness of your breath. If you'd like to add in the typewriter arms, you'll grab each elbow in front of your face, and with your exhale, you'll drop your elbows to one side. So inhaling, reach elbows and knees up towards the ceiling. Use your exhale to drop them to one side. If it feels natural to turn your head to the opposite side with your elbows, you may add that in, or let it be dynamic enough to keep your head at center. Let's do maybe one or two more to each side. When that feels complete, the next time you come to center, release your arms down. You can keep your knees bent. Draw your knees in towards your chest and reach your forehead up to your knees for a squeeze, a hug for your practice. And when you're ready with an exhale, pour out into your Shavasana. This pose of integration. Pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side. I'll give you a wider base. And let your ankles splay. For some of us, staying or playing small has been a role that we've played. And if that's familiar for you, I'm going to invite you to take up even more space on your mat. You could even pour out, extending past your mat. Allow your shoulders to get heavy. And relax any holding in your hips and pelvis. If you haven't already, close your eyes and see what it's like to soften the corners of your eyes. Smooth out the bridge between your eyes. Invite your tongue to lay at the bottom of your mouth and allow your jaw hinge to be soft. Sensations and thoughts may arise during this time. We need not push them away, yet we need not grasp onto them either. See if you can just notice. You can even label that's a thought, that's a feeling, and return to your Shavasana. Natural for the mind to go into the thinking process. And just see if you can bring it back. No need to finish the thought. A little secret, if we allow, thoughts will never end. That's why we come to our yoga mat. We arrive at our meditation practices. Let your body get a little more relaxed, a little heavier with your next exhale. If you have longer to stay here in Shavasana, I invite you to stay as long as you can. If you're feeling called to complete your practice, gently rub your fingers and thumbs together, wiggle toes, maybe roll your head slowly side to side. And then allow the movements to get a little bigger, maybe rolling wrists, ankles. As you know by now, I like a full body stretch. And roll to one side. And just pause for a moment. When we move our body slow, it communicates to our brain that it's safe enough to stay in this state. So see if you can push yourself up slower than ever. Imagine that you're in slow-mo on camera. Coming into your seat, you might like to close your eyes and give yourself a moment to check in with your body, fluctuations of your mind. How are you feeling? How's your breath moving through your body? If you'd like to bow towards your heart, I invite you to do so. And just one last time, remembering that intention. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope this has been nourishing. If you have any questions, please let me know.